Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
And I'm Kiki.
And today we're looking at part 2 of our article, Cijin Island, a Perfect Little Getaway. Now, we talked about in part 1 how Cijin Island is, a nice place to go if you're staying in Kaohsiung, and it's just a short ferry or tunnel drive away. And there's many things to do there, like walking the old street, eating seafood, and also, heading down to the long sandy beach. Now, I like going to beaches a lot, but Kiki, what's your favorite place in Taiwan to go to the beach?
Well, I have a couple places that I like to go to, but of course, my favorite beach to go to is right in my backyard in Yilan, which is the Zhuangwei Beach. And I like to go there because there aren't too many visitors there. And it's just a quiet little place. It's only about 15 minutes drive from my house. So it's a really nice little getaway for me. What about you, Matt?
Well, my favorite beach I've ever been to is actually near, it's part of Penghu, but it's an island that you have to take a ferry from Penghu to get there. And it's called Jibei. And it has a really long sandy beach and the water is crystal clear and it's very beautiful and I really enjoyed it. Even though the beach is so long and sandy, there's no shade, so it can get very, very hot.
Yeah. Actually, I find that a lot of beaches in Taiwan is kind of like that. It's long and sandy, but there's not a lot of vegetation around. At least for me, most of the beaches that I've been to.
Not many trees.
Yeah, not many trees. So there's nowhere to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's learn a little bit more about the beaches at Cijin Island when we come back after this.
While the beach has many spots to relax, I prefer to chill out in Cijin Sunset Bar. This place is a must for those who enjoy ice-cold drinks, tasty Western food, and great views of the sea. Its laid-back atmosphere draws tourists and locals alike. Eating fish and chips with the ocean breeze on my face and music playing in the background has become one of my favorite ways to end a weekend.
Welcome to part 2 of Cijin Island, a Perfect Little Getaway. Yesterday, we learned about the different ways to get to the island and some of the things that you can do. But today is exciting because we are going to learn about some of the beaches on Cijin Island.
All right, so let's get into this article again. While the beach has many spots to relax, I prefer to chill out in Cijin Sunset Bar. Okay, so the word there, sunset, in the name of this bar. So sunset is when the sun goes beyond the horizon or goes down at the end of the day and it becomes nighttime. And it's also something that a lot of people like to watch because you get lots of beautiful colors with the sunset. And actually, Cijin Beach, because it faces to the west, is a great place to watch the sunset at the end of a day. So back to the article. This place is a must for those who enjoy ice-cold drinks, tasty Western food, and great views of the sea. Its laid-back atmosphere draws tourists and locals alike.
Wow. This first part does a good job describing the overall atmosphere of what you could do and feel when you're on Cijin Island. Feeling very relaxed, enjoying the sunset, and having some good food. So what atmosphere means is basically the overall feeling you get in a certain environment and the way it gives off a certain energy when you're in this place, and you might feel like a specific environment is really nice because of the different things that they play, like the music or different decorations. So the atmosphere is basically the feeling you get when you're in a certain place. So an example sentence would be, after the argument, there was an uncomfortable atmosphere in the room. So you've just fought with someone and we're not very happy, so it might feel very awkward and kind of scary. So that's, again, describing the atmosphere of a place. Okay, back to our article. Eating fish and chips with the ocean breeze on my face and music playing in the background has become one of my favorite ways to end a weekend. Okay, so again, we're seeing the writer's point of view. They really enjoy the music that's there and the food and just having a nice time in Cijin Island.
So they mentioned listening to music playing in the background, or there is music playing in the background. So when some music is in the background or some sounds are in the background, it means that you can hear these things, but it's not something you're intending to listen to or directly listening to. So for example, if I have my headphones on and I'm listening to music, then that music is not in the background because that is in, well, I guess the foreground because that's what I'm trying to listen to. But if you're sitting somewhere, maybe you're shopping in a department store and there's always some music on, but you're not really directly listening to it, it's just in the background. So an example sentence, a great song played in the background of the movie scene.
Okay, so it seems like you can really enjoy yourself, whether it's eating good food or just feeling really relaxed in Cijin Island. All right, we are going to take a break and then we will learn more about Cijin Island.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要继续跟着作者游览旗津。他提到说，虽然海滨有很多可以放松的地点，但他更喜欢在旗津沙滩坝放松一下。如果你喜欢冰凉饮品、美味的西式食物，或者是这个绝佳的海景，这就是一个必去的地方。你想象一下，有海风吹过来，然后背景播着美妙的音乐，在这样的氛围中享用着炸鱼薯条，感觉真的很放松诶。文中他有用到 laid back 这个复合形容词，就是形容悠闲的、轻松的。那么单字 atmosphere 表示气氛、氛围 background 表示背景。如果把 back 改成 foreground 则是指前景的意思。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。这边我们来学习 with 加受词加受词补语，这样的句型是用来表示附带状况或说明原因。那受词补语可以用到分词、形容词或介系词片语。我们用分词当受词补语的话，受词跟它的补语关系是主动就用现在分词 VING， 是被动就用过去分词 PP。那我们造两个例句。He felt nervous with so many people watching him. 有这么多人看着他，他感到很紧张。这边用到受词补语是现在分词 watching。第二个例句是 It's bad manners to talk with your mouth full. 满嘴食物还说话是不礼貌的。这边受词补语用到了形容词 full。好，接华课文中。
If the beach isn't your thing, there are many other activities to keep you occupied. Chiho Fort, completed in 1876, is definitely worth the steep climb. The fort was originally built to keep an eye on the harbor and protect Taiwan from attack. Although it serves a much less important purpose now, the spot still provides views of the ocean, Cijin, and Kaohsiung. This panorama is most popular around sunset. For those interested in getting some social media content, head south to the Rainbow Arch. This is a colorful art installation that stands in shallow pools of water. In this beautiful spot, one truly gets a sense of how Cijin has evolved from a local fishing island to a perfect little getaway just minutes from city life.
Welcome back. So before the break, we learned about the writer's favorite spot to relax at Cijin Beach, and that's at the Cijin Sunset Bar. And they said it's a great place to enjoy some food like fish and chips or other Western food and to watch the sunset while, enjoying the breeze and the scenery around you.
That sounds really nice. But what else can we do if we visit Cijin Island? Let's find out. If the beach isn't your thing, there are many other activities to keep you occupied. Chiho Fort, completed in 1876, is definitely worth the steep climb. Okay, so if you don't like getting all sandy, there are other things to do, like visit some historical sites.
Yeah, and it is right next to the beach. You can actually see it from the beach up on the hill above, and it offers great views of the city.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely worth the steep climb. Now, definitely is an adverb, and it means that it is for sure or without a doubt. And that is used to emphasize. So while we could just say it's worth the steep climb, we're saying it's definitely worth the steep climb. I mean, there's no doubt that it is not worth it. So another example sentence, the movie was definitely the best film I've seen this year. Okay, getting back to our article. The fort was originally built to keep an eye on the harbor and protect Taiwan from attack.
Okay, so it's nice to not only relax there, but you can also learn a little bit about some historical things, right? So a harbor is basically a place near the beach or the coast. Well, usually there wouldn't be a beach right where you park the boats and the ships. But basically what a harbor is where the ships and the little boats, they'll go in and they will park there, and there will be little things where they can tie off the boat. So a harbor usually doesn't have a lot of waves. It's quieter, calmer, because that way the boats won't shift around if the tide is too strong. So it's basically where the boats are kept. And an example sentence would be, they sat on a bench and ate lunch while looking over the harbor. Usually a harbor is quite a beautiful place to see. Yeah.
Okay, back to our article. Although it serves a much less important purpose now, the spot still provides views of the ocean, Cijin and Kaohsiung. This panorama is most popular around sunset. Okay, yeah, so another great place to watch the sunset is from the fort there. Although, yeah, I also really like to go up there to take pictures of Kaohsiung City because it really has a nice view from above looking across at Kaohsiung City across the other side of the harbor.
And that's basically what a panorama or a panoramic view is, where you can kind of see from a long view of a skyline or something.
A long stretch view. You might have used panorama picture mode on your phone, which is where you can take a much longer picture of a scenic area.
Right. So if you were up at the fort, you can see a panoramic view of Kaohsiung. Okay, so back to the article. For those interested in getting some social media content, head south to the Rainbow Arch. Okay, so that's another place where you could visit if you want to capture some cool content or videos or photos for your social media. So what content is basically the details or information about something. Or, for example, if you're making video content or the content of a TV show, those are the different interesting things that are within this topic or the subject. So if you are filming something, then that is your content. Okay, so an example sentence would be, there's so much content in this book that it's hard to remember it all. Now be careful, because some people, they can sometimes mix up the pronunciation for content for content, which is another way to say this, but it has a totally different meaning. Meaning to be happy with
Right,
something.
in that case, content is an adjective, whereas content is a noun. So usually, based on the usage, you would know the correct pronunciation.
Right.
Okay, getting back to the article. This is a colorful art installation that stands in shallow pools of water. And this, what we're talking about is, of course, the Rainbow Arch, which we mentioned before. In this beautiful spot, one truly gets a sense of how Cijin has evolved from a local fishing island to a perfect little getaway just minutes from city life. Okay, so yeah, it's changed a lot. It's evolved, meaning it's changed completely from what it was before to something different now.
Right, and it's grown a lot. Now, we do have a what do you think question today. And the question is, where is the closest beach to your home? What do you enjoy doing there? I talked about mine, but I want to know about yours, Matt.
Well, here in Taipei, the closest beach from my home is Xiaolun in Danshui, which means it's still pretty far. It's not very close at all, and it's not the best beach. But I remember when I was living in Canada, in Vancouver, the beaches are all quite close to the city. So living where I grew up, I could walk just 15 minutes down to the beach from my home, and I just enjoyed swimming or suntanning or just relaxing at the beach.
Oh, that's why you really enjoy that city beach life.
Yes, I like a city that's next to the beach, and I really wish there was a beach closer to Taipei City because I like Taipei, but I like beaches too.
Okay, well, I've learned a lot about Cijin Island, somewhere I've never even heard of before this article. So now I'm really excited to get the opportunity to visit.
Well, you should visit there next time, and if you haven't visited yet, I hope you'll visit there too. But that's it for us today, so we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
如果你不喜欢海滩，迄今还有许多其他活动可以让你有事情做，像是去其后炮台。这个炮台原本是建来留意港口动静，保护台湾免受攻击。虽然现在的用途已经没那么重要，但绝对值得爬上去欣赏海景，欣赏旗津高雄的景色。那里的全景在日落时分是最受欢迎的。对于有兴趣拍一些社群媒体内容的人，你也可以往南去这个彩虹教堂，它是一个色彩缤纷的装置艺术，矗立在浅水池当中。我们来看单字 definitely。definitely 这个副词它表示肯定地、当然或是明确地。Harbor 则表示港口、海港或是港湾。Content这个名词呢，它表示内容，像是书籍、影片等等的内容。注意它是不可数名词哦。那我们文中写到 social media content， 就是指适合放在社群媒体上的内容。要注意 content 这个单字，如果把它当形容词用，是念作 content。content 是形容满足的、满意的。那补充一下，文中还有用到 panorama 这个名词，表达全景、全貌。它的形容词会是 panoramic 来形容全景的。再看到 installation， 它表示装置艺术，这就是指说像利用声音啊、光、空间还有物件等等来进行创作的现代雕塑作品。好，那这边有2个重点，我们进入文法时间。我们来看第一个重点是 keep 加受词加受词补语，这是表达使什么保持怎么样。keep 在这边是指使保持某状态，那受词补语可以用到形容词、现在分词 VING、过去分词 PP 或者是介系词片语。那我们造2个例句。Doing crossword puzzles can help keep your mind sharp. 玩填字游戏可以帮助你让头脑保持灵光。那这边补语是用到形容词 sharp。Please keep the back door locked at all times. 请让后门随时保持上锁。那么门是被锁上的，这边补语我们用到了过去分词 locked 来表示被动。第2个重点是 keep an eye on somebody or something， 这是表达密切注意、留意、照看什么什么，以确保其安全。注意 eye 固定用单数型。例如 Could you keep an eye on my bag while I go to the restroom? 我去洗手间的时候，可以请你帮我留意一下包包吗？好，那么以上今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
While the beach has many spots to relax, I prefer to chill out in Cijin Sunset Bar. This place is a must for those who enjoy ice-cold drinks, tasty Western food, and great views of the sea. Its laid-back atmosphere draws tourists and locals alike. Eating fish and chips with the ocean breeze on my face and music playing in the background has become one of my favorite ways to end a weekend. If the beach isn't your thing, there are many other activities to keep you occupied. Chiho Fort, completed in 1876, is definitely worth the steep climb. The fort was originally built to keep an eye on the harbor and protect Taiwan from attack. Although it serves a much less important purpose now, the spot still provides views of the ocean, Cijin, and Kaohsiung. This panorama is most popular around sunset. For those interested in getting some social media content, head south to the Rainbow Arch. This is a colorful art installation that stands in shallow pools of water. In this beautiful spot, one truly gets a sense of how Cijin has evolved from a local fishing island to a perfect little getaway just minutes from city life.
Choo-choo! All aboard! Today, we are going to learn about a special train station known as Sheng-Hsing Station. It's been around for ages, and although it's no longer in operation, it's still a worthwhile spot to visit and explore. Take a trip to Sanyi to experience the old mountain line. At 402.326 meters, Sheng-Hsing Station is the highest train station in Taiwan. Sheng-Hsing Station used to be a train station on the Taizong line. The station closed in 1998 because of a route change. Nonetheless, this little station has become a popular location for tourists, and the area around it is now a railway-themed shopping district. Sheng-Hsing Station is now more than 100 years old. The entire station was built out of wood and not a single nail was used. On weekends, street performers play musical instruments, sing, and perform balloon tricks in front of the station. On the right of the square next to Sheng-Hsing Station is an old well that is now closed. However, in honor of the well, the government built the Sheng-Hsing Spring Pavilion and set a pump for visitors. When you have a chance, come to Sanyi and enjoy the slow pace of life. Although Sheng-Hsing Station is no longer used as an actual train station, it still is a landmark worth visiting. So next time you're in Sanyi, make sure to stop by Sheng-Hsing Station.